Hey everyone, and welcome back to the AI Tech channel. Today, we're diving into something truly revolutionary, using virtual reality and the power of smell to fight cognitive decline. But hold on, could this seemingly sci-fi approach actually be the key to unlocking a new era of Alzheimer's treatment? Is it really possible to slow down, or even reverse, the effects of this devastating disease with a VR headset and a few carefully chosen scents? The answer might shock you, and the implications are huge. We're talking about a potential game changer for over 55 million people worldwide suffering from dementia, and that number is only predicted to grow. Now, I know what you're thinking, VR and smells. Seriously? But stick with me, because the science behind this is fascinating, and the results are, well, let's just say they're promising enough to warrant a serious look. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's get started. Okay, so let's break down the news. A team of engineers and researchers have developed an olfactory stimulation system integrated into a customized VR environment. That's a mouthful, I know. Basically, they're using VR to create immersive experiences and then adding smells to those experiences to try and boost memory and cognitive function. Think of it like this. Traditional dementia treatments often rely on visual and auditory cues, photos, videos, music. But this new approach throws smell into the mix. And that's where things get really interesting. Why? Because smell has a unique connection to our brains. It bypasses the usual sensory pathways and goes straight to the limbic system, the part of your brain responsible for memories and emotions. It's like a shortcut to your past. Ever smelled something and instantly been transported back to a specific moment in your childhood? That's the power of olfactory memory, and that's what these researchers are trying to harness. Now, let's be clear, there's currently no cure for dementia. The existing treatments primarily focus on managing symptoms and slowing down the progression of the disease. These treatments can include medication, cognitive therapies, and lifestyle changes. VR-based cognitive rehabilitation is emerging as a powerful tool. It allows for personalized experiences that can be tailored to the individual patient's needs. Imagine a World War II veteran being able to virtually revisit the cockpit of his old plane, sharing those memories with his family. That's the kind of powerful connection VR can create, anchoring new memories and experiences to long-term ones. But VR alone isn't the whole story here. The addition of smell is what makes this research truly groundbreaking. So, how does olfactory stimulation work? Well, as I mentioned earlier, smell signals have a direct line to the limbic system, which includes the piriform cortex, amygdala, and hippocampus, all key players in memory formation. This is different from other senses, which have to go through a thalamic relay station before reaching those same memory centers. That extra step can slow things down. Smell, on the other hand, is like a direct injection of memory-boosting power. And the more senses you engage, the better. Studies have shown that multisensory stimulation, sight, sound, touch, and smell, significantly improves memory recall. Think about it. A magazine ad is nice, but a YouTube video with visuals and audio is much more engaging. Add a game that incorporates touch, and you've got a truly immersive experience that's far more likely to stick in your mind. That's why marketers have been using this for years. Now, you might be thinking, wait, isn't this just aromatherapy? Well, not exactly. Traditional aromatherapy, using aroma cards or essential oil diffusers, has been around for a while, and there's definitely some evidence to suggest it can improve memory and mood. But the problem is that these methods are often static and repetitive. The same scent, over and over, can lose its effectiveness. Plus, they lack the immersive and interactive element of VR. That's where this new technology really shines. It combines the power of smell with the dynamic and engaging nature of virtual reality, creating a truly unique and potentially transformative therapeutic experience. Think of it as aromatherapy on steroids, amplified by the power of cutting-edge technology. Okay, let's dive into the actual study. Published in Scientific Reports, titled Exploring the Effects of Olfactory VR on Visuospatial Memory and Cognitive Processing in Older Adults. This research introduces a novel olfactory VR training system designed to combat cognitive decline in seniors. The researchers created something called the Interactive Smellscape, a virtual world designed to replicate natural environments and odors. They used a high-performance computer, a Meta Quest 3 headset, and Meta controllers to create a realistic and interactive experience. But the real magic happened with the olfactory display. After testing several options, they settled on a unit from Ono Denki in Japan, which could hold 12 different odor samples. This unit used solenoids to precisely release the right amount of each odor, perfectly synchronized with the VR gameplay. This is where the sense of smell meets the digital world in a way that's never been done before. So what exactly did this smellscape smell like? The researchers carefully selected 2 sets of odors: orange, lavender, and spearmint in one set, and melon, mango, and plum in the other. They chose these scents because they have distinct olfactory profiles with minimal overlap, making it easier for participants to distinguish between them. The interactive smellscape itself was filled with interesting locations. Participants would explore the virtual environment until they found a location of interest. When they approached a lantern, it would release an odor, along with colored mist and other stimuli within the VR environment. The player then had to navigate the VR world to find another lantern with the same smell. The olfactory display would release small amounts of the odor to guide the player, creating a truly immersive and engaging experience. It's like a virtual scavenger hunt, but with your nose leading the way. To test the effectiveness of this olfactory VR system, the researchers recruited 30 participants aged 63 to 90. Each participant underwent 2 tests, separated by a 6-day break. During these tests, they explored the smellscape, memorizing and matching scents. The researchers closely monitored key metrics such as focus, memory encoding, and spatial processing. One test involved navigating a virtual map using smell as a guide, assessing olfactory discrimination and working memory. Another test involved identifying rotated Japanese characters that had been shown 6 days earlier, evaluating visual spatial skills. And yet another test required participants to memorize the positions of words in a grid and then recall missing words from the grid, testing memory recall. They utilized smell to navigate the VR environment. This test reviewed the patient's olfactory discrimination and working memory retrieval capabilities. Players were easily able to locate the matching smells. So what did the study find? Well, the results were mixed, but overall, very promising. The researchers concluded that VR-based olfactory training enhances cognitive engagement and maximizes therapeutic impact. They also found that just 20 minutes of gameplay could improve odor recognition and memory encoding. In other words, smelling virtual scents in a VR environment can actually boost your brain power. Now, it's important to note that this was a relatively small study, and more research is needed to confirm these findings and explore the long-term effects of olfactory VR therapy. But the initial results are certainly encouraging, suggesting that this approach could be a valuable tool in the fight against cognitive decline. The team noticed that when utilizing olfactory systems, the patients saw improved scores. The added scoring was due to the brain's ability to remember smells more distinctly than other senses. They found that the olfactory sense reinforced memories could be recalled faster and with more accuracy. Notably, several other cognitive tests were conducted. The potential benefits of this approach are significant. First, it's non-invasive and relatively easy to integrate into existing treatment plans. No surgery, no complicated procedures, just a VR headset and a few carefully chosen scents. This could make it accessible to a wider range of patients and facilities, reducing costs and improving overall care. Second, gamification can transform boring treatments into fun and engaging experiences. Let's face it, traditional cognitive therapies can be tedious and repetitive. But VR offers the opportunity to create interactive and stimulating environments that patients actually look forward to. And when patients are motivated and engaged, they're more likely to see positive results. Motivation is a strong factor in determining the effectiveness of a treatment, as hesitant participants often don't get the same results. And third, VR offers unparalleled customization. You can create virtually any environment imaginable, tailoring the experience to the individual patient's needs and preferences. Imagine allowing a person to travel back in time to their glory days or letting them take their family on a virtual trip to the moon. The possibilities are endless. This level of personalization can have a profound emotional impact, helping patients reconnect with cherished memories and experiences and improving their overall quality of life. From enabling a person to travel back in time to their heyday, all the way to allowing them to take the family to the moon or the bottom of the sea, VR systems open the door for truly customized and personalized treatments. So, when can we expect to see smell-enhanced VR making its way into healthcare? Experts predict that these systems could start appearing in nursing homes and treatment centers within the next 5 years. The technology is already commercially available, using off-the-shelf hardware like the Meta Quest 3. However, more research is needed to fully understand the long-term effects and optimize the treatment protocols. But the future looks bright. Olfactory VR has the potential to revolutionize the way we treat cognitive decline, offering a non-invasive, engaging, and personalized approach that could significantly improve the lives of millions. You can expect to see olfactory VR systems making their way into nursing homes and treatment centers in the next 5 years. These systems utilize commercially available hardware, making them readily available to the market. As such, the system is already ready for commercial use. However, more studies need to be conducted to understand their long-term effects. And speaking of the Meta Quest 3, let's talk about Meta Platforms, the company behind it. Meta has been pouring billions of dollars into the metaverse and VR, and this olfactory VR research is just one example of their commitment to innovation. While the company has faced criticism and challenges along the way, their steadfast focus on VR makes them a key player in this emerging field. And if olfactory stimulation becomes mainstream, Meta is well-positioned to capture a significant share of the market. Meta continues to push innovative VR solutions and hardware. In 2023, Meta launched Threads and Meta Quest 3. The latter was used in the olfactory stimulation experiments. Notably, the company's share size, market positioning, and steadfast focus on VR make it a strong stock with future potential. So what's the bottom line? This study provides compelling evidence that smell-enhanced VR has the potential to be a game-changer in the fight against Alzheimer's and other forms of cognitive decline. It offers a non-invasive, engaging, and personalized approach that could significantly improve the lives of millions. While more research is needed, the initial results are incredibly promising, suggesting that we may be on the verge of a new era in dementia treatment. But what do you think? Could this technology really make a difference? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more cutting-edge tech news and analysis. Thanks for watching. When you examine the positive effects of olfactory stimulation when coupled with advanced VR technology in fighting dementia, there's no reason not to push forward. This study helps to prove that dementia treatments can be improved without requiring invasive surgeries. Additionally, it opens the door for the elderly to connect with the rest of the community in new and exciting ways.